Supporting pupils. Martin and Miller argue that the main genres of science are the report, which has four main forms: reports that clarify, reports that decompose, reports that describe, and reports that list properties. Secondly, explanations. Thirdly, experimental accounts, both instrumental and recounts. Exposition, which presents arguments in favour of the position. Reports. Reports in science are difficult for children to understand. This is because they are in written forms that are in present tense, which is unfamiliar to them as they are used to writing things about what happened in the past, for example historical accounts of what they did in the school holidays. Therefore, asking children to write about parts of the heart, for example, will be difficult. One way of structuring children's writing is to use a writing frame in order to organize children's writing. The frame guides the writer to the key features of the genre and is a planned tool used to organize the writing. Using a frame can help to develop children's ideas which can then be discussed with the rest of the class. It is important for children to see a good example of a completed writing frame so that they can develop their own. This will give important insight into the process of non-fiction accounts. The role of narrative in science. Our lives are told and represented through narratives. Stories are used to make a way of making sense of and communicating events in the world. Stories are a vehicle through which events and experiences are communicated amongst people. Therefore, Goff argues that science fiction text should be an integral part of science and that narrative strategies of fiction may be more appropriate for representing science than, textual practices that have mainly dominated science today. Genres and audiences. Scientific discourse has its own prehistoric genre, even though we may not recognize them in such a way, rather than fitting into a particular category of literacy way. Scientific discourse has its own particular model and style of writing. It is intended to accomplish a particular persuasive purpose. Each is intended to reach a particular audience for a particular purpose, and therefore constrained in its use of rhetorical strategies. Montgomery situa- situates current scientific writings with a vast evolving cosmos, noting many different types of papers now exist in the world of scientific publishing. For example, a research article, an actual report of an actual report, letters, communications, brief research papers, usually less than 5 or 6 pages, commentary or forum, a brief debate, discussion, letters to an editor, technical responses to early published materials. Such letters usually serve a purpose for debate and criticism. Book reviews, which are useful in schools. Editorial accounts, opinion pieces on topics that might range from recent discoveries or ethical concerns. And proposal. A proposal is several things: a request For example, a request interest or funding for an argument for the significance of certain ideas. All of these different genres can be used in schools to support writing in science and can be used by children to develop their own scientific knowledge and literacy skills.